Alright, people, what's up? People's. Yeah, I was actually not that busy. What's going on actually? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on? Yeah, let me check this game. Yeah, let me check this shit. Let me. Actually, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? This dude here. Yeah. Let me check this game here. Microphone. Microphone here. Properties. This dude here. Let's notification. Printers and alright, of the grind, here we go. Of the grind. What the fucking fella? Free to play background. Let's do it. Alright, of the grind, here we go. Grind. Things are getting spicy. It's getting 50% games. Game Pass. GTA 5 is also included with Game Pass. $1 Oh my god, baby. I'm gonna have some good times here in this shit. Sea of Thieves. We have Starfield, Grounded, Stalker. How is this game? Age of Mythology. Borderlands 3 is these guys are sponsored for the Warzone. I have Black Ops 6 Standard Edition. Yeah, play the Game Pass. Explore PC. For $1. Which was a minute. What? Let me do. Let me check shift one, okay? I'm saying it, bro. Is there still I'm saying it him, man. Oh, I know I've sent it. I had the Game Pass. Seriously, I had the Game Pass. You know. Let's do. Oh, let's try playing this tops. Let's play Fall Guys. I had the game password. Already did. I'm having a problem with signing. Okay, let me. Let's play. Let's connect the controller.
man. From the very moment he arrived as the enforcer of the bloodline, Solo Sikoa has taken every brutal, savage element of his predecessors and refined them into a near-perfect smashing machine. Even in the year before his arrival, Solo raised eyebrows and garnered buzz while competing in NXT. But nobody could have predicted just how smoothly his transition to the main roster would go. And before I go on any further, let me make one thing perfectly clear. I'm only saying what I'm saying about Solo Sikoa because I am a wise man. I'm a professional. And because I'm being handsomely compensated for my stellar work as your host of the WWE 2K25 showcase. I haven't forgotten what Solo Sikoa and his rogue bloodline did to me. But I also know better than to let personal feelings hinder your professional endeavors. So with that being said, since his arrival at Clash at the Castle in 2022, Solo Sikoa has consistently been involved in WWE's biggest moments and biggest matches. He's been victorious in War Games. He's repeatedly enforced the Bloodline's will to maintain Roman Reigns' status as undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion.
I brought Solo in as an insurance policy. Solo was here to protect me. Solo was here to maintain the Promised Land. He's violent. He's strong. He's fast. He's all those things. And he betrayed me. Any man who would betray me must be a very dangerous man.
Solo defeated John Cena. Solo elected to betray your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, in an attempt to bestow upon himself the title of tribal chief. When I refused to acknowledge Solo as my tribal chief, you are not my tribal. He, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu put me through a table in Madison Square Garden. And that led to opportunities to compete for the undisputed WWE Heavyweight Championship. It's led to more visibility with Solo's rogue bloodline ruling over SmackDown. Every choice Solo made only furthered his standing in WWE. He has the bloodlust of the wild Samoans, the brutality of his cousin Yokozuna, and the single-minded focus of Roman Reigns, all rolled into one. There is no question. The future is his for the taking, and that he will be champion many times over, and that he may set records of his own before it's all said and done. Few men have so quickly served notice to all of WWE in the manner that Solo Sikoa has done. Whether you want to acknowledge him or not is irrelevant. One way or another, Solo Sikoa forces you to do just that, or you will suffer severe consequences. One by one, each and every single superstar on the WWE roster is going to find that out. Solo will make sure of it. I, of course, will simply await any and every opportunity for your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, to teach Solo some manners. Until that happens, though, we are taking you back to the 1-year anniversary special for NXT 2.0, which saw then North American champion Carmelo Hayes, and indeed, he is him, issue an open challenge. Unfortunately for the future superstar, it was to be answered by Solo Sikoa, and things went as well for Hayes as you can probably guess. Showcase the unrelenting fury that has made Solo Sikoa nearly unstoppable and defeat Carmelo Hayes to earn Solo his first championship victory. It won't be easy against Carmelo, especially when he has Trick Williams watching his back. And if you make one mistake against the champ, he'll take his shot and most likely hit nothing but net.
Here comes the A-Champ.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT North American Championship. Accompanied by Trick Williams, he is the NXT North American Champion, Carmelo Hayes.
Mello and Trick looking so pleased with themselves after attacking Wes Lee. NXT 2.0 celebrating its first anniversary, all thanks to amazing talent like this man. Hayes has a look right now. He probably thinks he's getting the night off and another day on his North American title reign. Well, after what Mello and Trick just did to Wes Lee, who's going to have the guts to step up and take Lee's place? What? This place is shaking! We never thought we'd see Sikoa again.
His opponent from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 250 pounds, Solo Sikoa!
And Solo is dressed to fight, too. I really didn't think we'd see him again. We saw him at Clash at the Castle 10 days ago where he cost Drew McIntyre the WWE Universal Championship. Well, as far as I'm personally concerned, Sikoa isn't welcome around here. Mello needs the night off. Well, Mello talked about wearing the biggest crown in the WWE, but it's Sikoa who sits at the biggest table in WWE. Well, he wasn't exactly invited to sit at this table now, was he? We said to expect the unexpected. Is this title match going to happen? Now, this is a surprise. Carmelo Hayes seemingly had no challenger for his North American title, but Solo Sikoa just showed up here and said, I got next. Thank goodness. Mello had an opponent chosen by the NXT Universe as they voted for Wes Lee. But Mello and Trick brutally attacked Lee backstage. Now we're being spared a Mello-bration and getting a real match. And I would have never expected Sikoa to show up. He just joined the Bloodline on SmackDown, and now he's in the main event of NXT. Can the Bloodline get even more gold tonight? Ooh, nasty shot to the throat.
Short words from Carmelo Hayes before this match saying, quote, "Heavy is the head that wears the crown, and Melo has the biggest crown and the heaviest head."
Melo has indeed proven worthy of said crown, but he's face-to-face with a man who has a seat at the biggest table in WWE.
Well, both men have earned their status thus far, that's for sure.
Solo Sikoa already with the strategic advantage, taking Hayes by surprise and challenging him for the North American title.
And the Street Champ needs to continue to be unpredictable if he wants that championship. He's got two sets of eyes watching his every move, so he needs to outmaneuver both Melo and Trick to succeed.
And Sikoa sent toward the ropes, and Carmelo Hayes with a kick right to the midsection. Melo taking it to Sikoa here.
The power of Solo just a little too much for the A-Champ in this instance.
What a chop.
Trademark viciousness. Lack of mercy. That's what Solo Sikoa is all about.
Into the corner. Big splash by Sikoa. Melo in trouble. Sikoa. Trick Williams making sure Melo got out of harm's way. Well, at least momentarily.
And momentarily is right. Sikoa continuing to inflict more punishment on the champ.
And Hayes takes out Williams on the outside. Solo standing strong.
Solo not allowing the presence of Trick Williams to distract him whatsoever.
Solo has the mindset to destroy anyone in the way of him in the NXT North American Championship.
Here we go again. He made his point. Bear hug. Squeeze. Bear hug. Well-placed elbow. We'll get you out of it.
That might be enough. Yes, it is.
Oh, what a drop kick.
On the mark.
You got to be impressed by both Solo Sikoa and Carmelo Hayes. They've taken NXT 2.0 by storm over the last year.
Yeah, since the shift to NXT 2.0, Melo has spent over 9 months as NXT North American Champion over 2 very long reigns.
And don't forget Solo. Rolled up from behind. This could be it.
The challenger is going for it. And it's a kick out at 1 for the defending champion.
That's still a quick kick out at this point.
Oh, right into a counter. Turns it around.
Trick Williams cheering on Carmelo. Winding up. Boom! Samoan spike. Can the champ recover?
Oh, no. Now possibly setting up for a submission maneuver. This might just do it. This might just... And he very quickly counters. Solo reverses and looks to capitalize. He puts him into the corner. That didn't go as Solo pictured. Kick right to the midsection.
Trading counters here.
Clothesline in the corner. There it is. Reversal. What a main event this has been for the 1-year anniversary of NXT 2.0. Batten down the hatches. These two are unloading. Ooh. Carmelo showing that he's not phased. Surprised or not, he's ready for Sikoa.
Looks like a hockey fight's just broken out.
Boom! Who will break first? That is the question.
Oh, what a headbutt.
On the mark.
Man.
Big uppercut rocks the jaw of Carmelo Hayes. Ripped out of the corner.
Looking to put him away, and now Trick Williams up on the apron, causing a distraction.
Trick paying dividends.
Ooh.
First 48.
And that could be the turning point for the North American champion.
Oh, Samoa drop by Sikoa. Cover now for the win. And Williams once again on the apron.
You can see how concerned Trick Williams is that Carmelo Hayes' championship hopes, might be fading away.
Super kick drops Williams. Hayes picked out of the sky. Spinning solo.
Is that it for Carmelo Hayes? Mick is out. Carmelo is dazed. Here's your chance, Solo. The title could be yours. Winding up. There's a Samoan spike.
And going for the pin.
Headed towards a title change. What the? Sikoa is the new champion.
Here is your winner, and new NXT North American Champion, Solo Sikoa.
Solo is your new champion. It is the North American title now going to SmackDown.
I ain't doing this one. We can have all the fun we want with these video games and this showcase and these fantasy matchups like Offensica versus Bubba Ray and Diva. But I'm not doing shtick about Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. That's a little too volatile. And it's way too personal for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins came up together in the Shield. And Seth Rollins took it upon himself to disband the Shield by blindsiding Roman Reigns with a chair. At WrestleMania 31, Roman Reigns, in the main event of WrestleMania, was about to win the WWE title when Seth Rollins cashed in Money in the Bank and stole the main event, the match, and the title from Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns lost the undisputed championship after almost 4 years, the greatest title reign of all time, to Cody Rhodes. Not because Cody Rhodes was the better man, but because Seth Rollins was right there. And the seduction, the bloodlust that Roman Reigns had for that moment of revenge was too much for Roman Reigns to give up. And for the first time in Roman Reigns' life, he took his eye off the ball for that much time and smashed Seth Rollins with a chair, the same way Seth did a decade earlier to Roman. And that moment gave Cody Rhodes all he needed to end the most historic title reign in WWE history. I'm supposed to do shtick about Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for a showcase? I mean, it's smart, because the next time Roman Reigns steps into the ring with Seth Rollins will be the last time Seth Rollins steps into a ring. Next time Roman Reigns gets his hands on Seth Rollins, you won't have your architect anymore. You won't have your visionary anymore. You won't have your revolutionary anymore. You will have your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, but you'll never again have Seth freaking Rollins. Roman Reigns will put an end to Seth Rollins in WWE. And then the only way you'll ever be able to see Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins will be in the WWE 2K25 showcase. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins from the 2022 Royal Rumble. And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
The big question as we kick off Royal Rumble, will Roman survive tonight?
Well, the man who's walking down the aisle here in front of 44,000 plus is the greatest champion of all time, transcending the business. And tonight, it's personal. For 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated everyone. And luckily for Roman, he's had a special counsel and his cousins to help him keep cool, keep focused, and concentrate on the business at hand.
Now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside. And without those calming forces, Corey, cracks started to form last night in Roman's armor.
No telling how Roman's going to handle things on his own. It's been years since he competed on his own. But that's the situation we're seeing right now for the Tribal Chief. In recent weeks, Seth Rollins touched on the one thing that Roman Reigns has not been able to get over: the dissolution of the Shield at the hands of Seth Rollins.
Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man, and what Seth Rollins did to his family was cowardly in the eyes of the head of the table, the Tribal Chief, the man who is blessed by the gods of sports entertainment.
Corey, on SmackDown last night, we saw one thing that we haven't seen out of Roman Reigns. We saw Roman Reigns lose his cool.
Even more mind games from Rollins. As we heard that music pop right there, the Shield, you can't help but have a little nostalgia. You can't help but think back to the glory days of when the Shield was go to town, beating everybody down.
Until that man right there, Seth freaking Rollins, decided to tear it apart. Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well. He knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion. He knew there was one thing that Reigns will never get over, and that is that Seth Rollins chose to end the Shield. The infamous blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair many years ago, which broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Well, tonight, Rollins will use that to get in the head of the champ and win the Universal title.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the Universal Championship. Introducing the challenger from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins. And his opponent from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, he is the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns.
It's been interesting watching Reigns throughout these introductions, muttering to himself at times. Honestly, Rollins seems to be in Roman's head. The Royal Rumble Premium Live event kicks off with a match between two former brothers. Roman Reigns in his record 516-day reign as Universal Champion versus Seth Rollins donning the old gear that they used to wear in the Shield.
Rollins looks very comfortable in that tactical vest yet again.
But he's even more comfortable inside the head of the Tribal Chief. We haven't seen Roman with this type of look, this type of confusion in 500 plus days.
Gentlemen, for 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated. He had special counsel and cousins to help him stay in control, to keep his cool, to concentrate on the business at hand. But now Paul Heyman is gone and the Usos are barred from ringside.
Without those calming forces, cracks have started to show. Every comment Rollins has made about their past cuts deeper. Every mind game breaks Roman's spirit even further. This might be the toughest physical battle the Tribal Chief has faced, but it definitely is his toughest mental battle.
Roman certainly seems out of his comfort zone right now, guys.
Reigns and his comfort zone aren't even in the same zip code tonight, Cole. Unless he can snap out of it fast, he's going to make a mistake that Rollins will capitalize on.
He'll take things into the ring.
And the wise man, Paul Heyman, will be at ringside for a championship match tonight, just not this one.
And that's just sickening to me, Cole. Reigns had just cause for firing the wise man, and now Paul's right back with his old client. Heyman has zero loyalty to the bloodline.
Okay, Corey, did you forget the fact that Roman attacked Heyman? Anyway, Reigns just needs to forget all of that tonight. Rollins is already playing next-level mind games in this match. Reigns cannot let Paul Heyman's actions affect him.
Running knee!
Vicious.
Insulting.
Making a mockery of your opponent could eventually backfire. Look at that insult to injury with that one. Even before Seth put his gear on, he came into this match with a clear-cut advantage.
You're right, Cole. 1 week ago on SmackDown, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens defeated the Usos. As a result, Jimmy and Jay are barred from ringside. It was an all-or-nothing move, as Rollins would have lost his title opportunity had that match gone the other way. It just proves that Seth...
Rollins being put into the guillotine. This is the biggest danger Seth has faced.
This is the tightest... The guillotine locked in. This is all...
That was an incredible counter.
Sidewalk slam! Almost drove him through the ring. Oh, knee! Lights out.
Seth is being overwhelmed.
And you can see Seth is being run into the ground by Roman.
Sent into the corner. Turning things around with a big boot. Has the champ pin. Is this it? He wasted no time kicking out there.
Better hold off on the victory parade. Pedigree. Seth with a
pin for the title. The champ with a surprisingly quick kick out.
It's unthinkable. Someone beating the 1 count at this point. Lining him up. This is now Seth Rollins' chance to end the historic title reign of the Tribal Chief.
Clothesline takes him down.
Forget about it. Reigns so close to finishing this, he can taste it. Ending Rollins and closing the book on the Shield will be his biggest victory yet. These two have learned each other so well. Looking to grind the features off their face.
Right across the top rope.
Vicious right forearm. Evades the attack. And into the corner he goes. You want to wear your Shield gear? You want to play mind games with the head of the table, Seth? This is what you get. Be prepared for the wrath of the Tribal Chief. Reigns unleashes the Superman punch. Absolutely laid Rollins out. And now Reigns can finally overcome his former Shield brother. Reigns hits it. That's it. The title's going nowhere.
And he exits the ring.
Better watch the count.
Looked it up. What's next?
The stomp has been so effective for Rollins, but he might have an even more danger. Reigns has identified the target. Stand by.
Fights the shoulder up and one.
If that won't beat him, I'm not sure anything will. And now he's looking to lock in this submission. Hands locked under the chin, and this camel clutch.
Right now he's looking for any way to break out of this, and he does. The head of the table and Seth freaking Rollins are at war right now.
Bombs being thrown between these Shield brothers, but only one will be left standing.
Headed out of the ring, but the count is looming. Here we go again. He made his point. Concentrate on the match instead of everything outside of it. Clearly lost in the moment. He better snap out of it.
Rollins looking for it. The stomp. That might have just sealed the deal on us having a new champ.
New champ. No, it's not over.
What a display of stamina. The champ showing they are truly worthy of this title. But things might only get harder from here.
What a battle Rollins has waged so far, but he's not finished yet.
I have to admit, it's a pretty cold move for Rollins to just take the years of history the Shield had and turn it into a joke here tonight. It's appalling, Saxton. Rollins has always treated that sacred history as a joke. Now we know that Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man. What Seth Rollins did to his family 8 years ago was cowardly. Now it's time for Rollins to pay.
Oh no, he just got busted wide open.
The official needs to take a look at that. Hit a stomp to the gut, too.
wants this fight on the outside.
Okay, he should really focus on the match now. We get the point.
Superman punch! Smashed. Send him home.
There is no mercy on the island of relevancy.
Reigns.
Oh, guillotine choke. And forcing a tap out here will get you nothing. But I don't think winning is the point right now.
And saying, I can do this anytime, any place, and I love it every time.
And he breaks his own submission.
Maybe his plan was just to soften his opponent with that hold.
Don't know if the ref is loud enough, but this is getting close.
And gets tossed back into the mat. Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well, says he knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion.
Rollins knew there was one thing that Roman Reigns could never, ever get over, that it was Seth Rollins who chose to end the Shield.
That blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair so many years ago broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Who would have thought that moment would still loom so large and be the biggest key to victory for... Whoa, serves him up there. Maybe that'll change his attitude.
Taking things to the outside, but got to make sure to heed the officials' count. What energy in the arena tonight.
The Tribal Chief has been dominant over the last 516 days since he captured the Universal Championship. Month after month, he's dominated every top contender on the SmackDown roster.
Roman Reigns has beaten big names over the last year and a half. But Braun Strowman, Rey Mysterio, the Demon Finn Balor, even John Cena. But Reigns has to be bothered by the fact that he has never been able to knock off Rollins in a premium ladder match in his career. Never successfully defended a title against Rollins.
Indeed, two of the biggest PLE losses of Roman Reigns' career have been at the hands of Seth freaking Rollins. At Money in the Bank in 2016, Rollins defeated Reigns for the WWE title. And a year prior to that, Reigns committed the heist of the century and used the Money in the Bank to steal Roman's WWE Championship in the main event of WrestleMania.
I hate to say this, but the Rollins lining it up.
Seth Rollins with a massive stomp.
We might see a new champion crown.
It's the cover.
He did it! Rollins wins the title!
Here is your winner, his new Universal Champion, Seth
Seth freaking Rollins is your new freaking champion. After 516 days, the historic reign for Roman is over.
And Reigns may never recover from this moment. Seth got in his head and it cost the Tribal Chief everything.